This is it for all the marbles. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, we look at the Bucks coming into play. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7, a one-game series for the NBA championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Here comes the screen. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Bucks basketball. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Knocked loose. That's a momentum play right there. They've got it in the open floor. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bucks at the controls. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Sets him up. Flushes down the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about
it. Knocked loose. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. He makes them both. The Bucks at the controls. And he'll head to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Throws it up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
For three. Can't connect. It's no good. Knocked loose. Works it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lakers at the controls right now. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Shot from the lane won't go. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And the Lakers with the rebound. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. That's going to be out of bounds. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Short jumper off the mark. And he's going to the line to shoot.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Los Angeles, they have it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Nice pass to get things going.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way, though.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Los Angeles has the basketball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Ah, the monster stuff.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Slam dunk.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Bucks at the controls.
Here we go.
Knocked loose. A drive, but he can't get it to go. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Knocked loose. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First try, no good. He missed a pair of free throws. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Wait on it.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. 2 points to the board.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Knocked loose. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Knocked loose. And they pounce. Milwaukee with the basketball. Whoa! What a finish!
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And finishes strong.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bucks basketball. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Goes 2 for 2. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Rebound taken by Milwaukee. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Screen coming. Knocked loose. Bucks at the controls. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Screen coming, knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it stays with the LA Lakers. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. It seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
The Bucks at the controls. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref's bent, and that's the game.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Now a whistle. Now we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
And a throwdown.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Bucks at the controls. You've got to get that one to go. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Blocked away. That's going to be out of bounds. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Knocked loose. Stays in bounds. Really good hustle. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Big finish at the rim.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
He connects on the first free throw. gets both to drop at the line. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Milwaukee with the basketball. Turns and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. And look out.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Here comes the screen. Rocking the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Flushes it home.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Screen coming. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lakers ball. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, emphatic slam.
Used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lakers at the controls right now. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
first one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's going to be out of bounds. Substitution being made in this one. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Bucks basketball. Rises for the slam.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Baseline drive. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Knocked loose. And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Bucks at the control.
I got him. Here we go.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. What you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Has a look. The jumper's off the mark. Knocked loose. Plays like that could turn a game around. Picked up. Here we go. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Nice pass to set things up. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now. Los Angeles, they have it. And draws the foul.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
And he can't convert the free throw. Over to the right side. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I'll take that.
Count the basket at the rim. Long heave from three-quarters, from beyond half court. Gets it to go from long distance. A fitting capper to the end of the first half. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report.
And it's still anyone's game at this point. I get the feeling it won't be decided until the final moments.
Have a look at the leading scores. The Lakers don't have the advantage or the disadvantage after one half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
picked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter. Oh, had him going there for a second. Able to convert inside. Los Angeles has the basketball. Probing the defense. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Knocked loose. And that one is out. Knocked loose. For 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Lakers ball. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's a big finish.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Knocked loose. Screen coming. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Here comes the screen. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lakers at the controls right now. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Deep right corner. The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Knocked loose. That one's going to be out of bounds. Five seconds to shoot. Fires the three and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Los Angeles, they have it. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. From long range, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. The Bucks at the controls. And breaks it up.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count the bucket for 2.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Short jumper won't fall.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Time for some new personnel into the game. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Bucks at the controls. Off the assist.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Milwaukee with the basketball. Knocked loose. High risk, high reward. It stays in their possession. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Knocked loose. Turnover gives them the possession. They've recovered it. Gets it in the left corner. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Bucks basketball. The drive right to the basket. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
And count the basket inside.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And stuffs it home.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Slams it down. Here on the home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Has a chance? Almost, but no good. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. He got a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, he got a piece of it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Los Angeles has the basketball. Knocked loose. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Missed a wide open look. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Lakers ball. Surveys the floor. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And the finish at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Knocked loose. Shot from the lane won't go. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And the slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it stays with the LA Lakers. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Knocked loose. And the finish. Slam dunk. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it stays with the LA Lakers. Time to shuffle things up. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. He throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lakers at the controls right now. Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's a turnover as they head the other way. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Knocked loose. They love this hustle. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Los Angeles, they have it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. That's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bucks. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. On the shot clock for Milwaukee. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Los Angeles has the basketball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Screen coming. Block shot. That's going to be out of bounds. Short jumper stays out.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Knocked loose. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Passed it off. Slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Nice swat that time.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. It stays with Milwaukee. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Lakers ball, knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot won't go. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Knocked loose. And they retain the possession. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Fires the three. No good. That's great defense. Knocked loose. They've got it now. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Knocked loose. Bucks at the controls. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Good shot, man.
Knocked loose. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bucks. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Ah, the monster stuff.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on this team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. The Lakers get the victory. They've won their first NBA title since 1983. Trusting the process leads them to a championship. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers
have come out on top. Congratulations to them and all of their fans around the world. This is a night they'll never forget.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Bucks
won't get to lift the Larry O'Brien trophy. It was one of the best seasons in the franchise history, but without a championship, it's likely to be forgotten.
Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Assists.
I was really impressed by the way these teams shared the ball. As you can see in these highlights, the ball movement was spectacular. It can't be said enough. The extra pass can make all of the difference.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN.